Well, it was an interesting kind of thing. The one thing I want to tell you about is that we invited him to give a talk at the weekly symposium that the Center for Cognitive Studies organized on the relationship between law and mental activity. And it was interesting, in which he said, in effect, what's interesting is that mental custom affects the law, but it is also true that the law works its way back into people's way of thinking. That is to say, I think, as I remembered, he took two examples. One of them had to do with prohibition in the United States, that is to say, banning all alcoholic liquor, when all of a sudden it got to be a sin, a crime, to drink liquor, changing a view, the thing like that. And the other had to do with the changing pattern of divorce law, which changed the way in which one thought about marriage. And that to assume somehow that there was a full separation between the law on the one hand and custom on the other, the two of them interacted all the time. And that it was part of his task as a professor of law, and a very good professor of law he was, it was his task to explore the relation and see how they interacted and what it was that produced pressures for change. As he said, I mean, you take certain critical years from the point of view of a thing like race relations in America. You go back to the 1845 case, then you go to the cases during Reconstruction, and then you carry it all the way up to Brown like that. It was not only changing the law, but changing the way in which human beings viewed each other. So to separate law and psychology was a little bit like trying to separate economics from trade.